are live. Yay, yay, yay. Yay,
Hey!
yay. Well, happy Monday, everybody. I'm so excited for this segment. Shout out to Destiny Smith. She is the founder of Prosperity Podcast, and her podcast is dedicated to sharing stories how people heal. And so if you're not following Prosperity now, please like and follow and go back and watch because all the guests are just like, I get to catch the replays a lot. And so all the guests pretty amazing. And so we connected, talk about um spirits connecting. We connected. We were on a panel together and we just connected. And so yeah, I'm so thankful. So I will be coming every fourth Monday. She's giving me my own segment. So I just, thankful for that. And then oh she'll go. And then so thank you everybody for joining Toya Rose off with 79 Rose. And I have one of the best supernovas, supernova energies that you will ever meet in Miss April Flowers. And we go back to
Hey!
April is one of my day
Hey!
ones as well. And so April is here. Right, right. So April Flowers, I'll give her time to introduce herself, but just really like when you connect with people and you connect with people, right? And she's another one we connected and just been on since Donkey Kong, like Donkey Kong since then. So each segment, so pretty any size segment, we're gonna come and talk about really, if you know 79 Rows, we are
Mhm,
about body positivity and just things
mhm.
going on in the world and some we're gonna infuse some fashion in it sometimes. So
Ooh.
that's what you can expect from this segment on the fourth Monday of every month. So I want to give time for the beautiful April Flowers to introduce herself and tell the people who you are and what you do, boo.
Greetings, everyone. I like to say greetings because I like to welcome everyone in, and I also like to usher the good energy in.
Mm.
I am April Flowers, and just as the first and the last name signify something great, April, spring. Hey, and also supposed to be really the beginning of the calendar. Okay, so I came in first, and then flowers, those which bloom. Part of what I like to bring to the earth, and I think that people should bring to the earth, is good energy. So I'm going to come at you when you see me. I'm going to bring the frequency of happiness with this smile and fashion and makeup and hair and just integrity and just self love and just vibrating on a higher level where you're just forced to come onto my frequency and vibe high, because remember what Michelle Obama says, we go high when they go low. Honey, we're always vibing high. Energy is the new frequency. So here we are. I'm rich.
You know what? Energy is a new frequency. Thank you, April. Thank you. And
Mhm.
it's so, especially kind of like right now where we're at.
Mhm.
It's like we're really at a dark place. And I'm not going to even bring any of those facts into whatever's going on. We're not going to even waste our energy talking about.
Gotcha.
And so I was to if I could say anything to everybody, just protect who's around you.
Gotcha. And let me just loop in for a minute. When there's darkness around, remember, you are the light.
Ooh,
You
go
are the
higher.
light. You
Yes,
are the light. So
you are
just
right.
this is what I think have always represented, is understanding our power and empowerment, and then finding your beauty and finding your beauty. And so just remember, you are the light. Where there's darkness, you are the light in everything.
And that's one thing that I do love about you, right? Is that you are a light. Like and you leave a impact on everybody that comes into, you know, I had an intern, y'all, for like 2 months. I had an intern. And
Mm.
she had one interaction with April. Everywhere we went somewhere, she's like, "Is April gonna be there?" Like she wanted to make sure April was gonna be there. And I think that's awesome. This random, person, and you don't even know that might have, changed her for forever too. So I like this though. And it's so true though, because it's so hard to get sucked into the dark hole, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so you are just, again, like you said, be the light.
You are the light. Be the
You
light. You can only be who you are.
you can.
And I would say that if when people stick to what their spirit is resonating, that outside really doesn't matter. Or do you have the spirit of love? Do you have the spirit of joy? Do you have the spirit of creativity, innovation? When they say beauty is on the inside, it is, and it just spills out no matter where you are. And so I think part of what I bring to people is the ability to be their authentic selves just as they are, and just love on themselves, because then you teach other people to love themselves when you're like that.
Absolutely. And you said it with Mrs. Obama said. She said, when they go low, we go high. Even though we are tempted to go low and match the petty, we won't, because, be a light. And I think of it any time, this is a time to let your light shine, right? Let your light shine. Let your light shine.
This little light of mine,
I, I,
I'm gonna
I
let
can't
it
believe
shine.
I can't believe I opened my mouth to give a note. I can't believe I opened up my mouth. I was in gospel choir in college. My friend sent me a picture, and I was like, "Why was I even in choirs for people who know how to sing?" I was up there clowning and lip singing just because. Yeah.
Did you do the ABCDEFG? ABC. They say if you sing the ABCDs, just mouth it. It looks like you're singing.
Oh no, no! I just
Yeah. But
love.
hold on. But I got to tell you, your spirit, though, it wasn't the tonality that was coming out. It was the spirit, your spirit, that added to the joy factor that was already there. You had a place. That place was for you. You were to bring that. And
Mhm.
so when I see you in places, that's what I see that you bring. You bring that.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't matter about tonality or whatever. It is what you add, that dash of flavor, that uniqueness, that authenticity, and you give people permission just to be themselves.
mm, thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you're just joining, I'm Toya Rosoff, owner of 79 Rose. I have the beautiful April Flowers here, who is fashion extraordinaire, supermodel, like all the things, educator, all the things that I talk about, the real Renaissance woman. And I give again a shout out to Prosperity Podcast, the beautiful Destiny,
Mhm.
who has given us this opportunity on her platform to share. So, our topic for tonight is,
Mhm.
we're going to talk about the current state of body positivity. The
Yeah.
current state. And I remember, so we want to talk about like where we see it going, and maybe just some opportunities um that can help the movement or whatever. And so I
Mm,
remember we
mhm.
started setting 79 roles like 10 years ago. And
Yeah.
people are like, who is your target market again? And I'm like, curvy women, we're about body positivity. And I got so much shame. Like, are you sure that's what you want to do?
Mm, mm, mm,
Are you sure that's what you want to do?
mm,
Nobody, you know,
mm,
and wow, and so it was just interesting to
mm,
see, you know, um, and then of course I'm like, sure, I'm a kind of prove you wrong type of person. So I'm like, don't tell me no. Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm gonna show you that this will happen. And so to get to the point where like fashion shows are requesting you because they know that you will bring body diversity. you know. And so and then kind of just to kind of see where we are now. And so that's when the I think that's when the movement started. I think the last 5 years you saw more
Mm-hmm.
body positivity. And when I think
Yeah.
about positivity, I think of I have my brain is different. When I think of body positivity, I think of awareness of the need for size inclusivity. That's what about you, April?
No,
What do
I mean,
you
totally. And in fact, on many of the boards that I've served on for fashion, one of the reasons why I held my position was to ensure that all sizes were represented, all sizes, heights, skin tones, all of it is your body. All of it,
mm-hmm.
it encompasses your body, including your hair. And so I do support exactly what you're saying, that more inclusivity, variety, beauty. I just say celebrating the spectrum of beauty
Yes.
and
Yes.
presenting it and
And
having the
present
opportunity to see it.
and presenting the opportunity to see it. Because I had this conversation with somebody the other day, like you are your own beauty standard. And it like it's mind boggling to me that we are chasing a beauty
Mhm,
standard where the goalpost keeps moving, right? So first, back in the day, you know, thin was the standard, right?
mhm,
And goalpost keeps moving, and
mhm,
curvy, curvy came in, people
mhm.
cashing in 401ks and stuff to alter their body. And I'm not shaming, let me just go ahead and put that out
Right,
there. I'm not shaming anybody, I'm just saying
right.
just that curve um
Mhm.
perspective, and now the
Yes.
curve seems like to be changing again. And to me, in my head, when I think about standards, I'm like, we're chasing something that is going to keep moving. Like the diet industry is worth $80 billion. They're making
Wow.
$80 billion based off of our insecurities.
I see that. And Hollywood shapes everything. We want to be or to appear to give off the energy of being a superstar. Well, right now, if you're a superstar, right now, what is being shown is that you have to be small again. You have to fit into a size. You have to kind of get diet aids so that you can be smaller.
Yeah. That is
It's kind of scary.
it is kind of scary. And again, and I want to just put this out there. There are some
Mhm,
people who need AIDS, right? And I'm gonna say this twofold. If you had to, need an aid for health reasons, that makes
mhm.
sense to me.
Right.
On the same token, if that's the only way that your physician is telling you, then I might get a second opinion. That's the whole nother show about the medical field. But yeah, and like am soft launching Pretty at Any Size, shameless plug,
Okay.
which is a
Okay.
body confidence coaching, program that is set up
Mhm.
to challenge status quo and let people know that you don't actually have to shrink to reach your goals or to feel worthy.
That's a mouthful. Let's process it.
Let's
You,
process it.
you don't have to shrink yourself to finish it off for me.
To reach your goals, because and that comes from beginning of the year. People say, well, I'm gonna do something when I lose 10
Mhm,
pounds, or I'm gonna
mhm,
do something when I get to this
mhm,
weight.
mhm,
Like, you don't
mhm.
have to stop life. Like,
No.
even if you are, on a journey,
Mhm.
weight loss or weight gain journey, don't stop your goals. Keep
No.
keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. So that's why I'm saying you don't have to shrink yourself to start working on your goals.
Well, and to be honest, you are more than your weight. You have characteristics, you have personality, you have a smile, you have a style, you have creativity, you have a beautiful brain. All that has to be celebrated each day because you woke up being you, and you're the only you that you see in the morning. You say, "Good morning, gorgeous."
Oh,
Gorgeous.
yes.
Good morning, gorgeous. Because regardless of the size, that heart, that soul, that spirit, that smile, the essence of your being has to be celebrated. And you can't just hide that and put it in a box and wait to show it to the world when you get to a certain weight. Your beauty is constant, no matter what size you are.
Say it louder for the people in the back. I'm gonna do that emoji.
Okay. Hey, your body is constant. And this is from a girl, a woman, an empress, who, my adult life, I've been between size 8 and 14. During COVID, I hit 14. I never thought I would hit size 14. And guess what? I didn't even know. I still was me. I still was smiling and dancing and frolicking and bringing joy. And I've been at 12, gone to 10, back to 12, and no one can. No, I never stopped loving myself. I never stopped questioning myself. My confidence is not tied in my waistline.
Mm,
My
that should be
confidence is
like
not tied to my waistline. The
it.
gifts that I've been given to share with the world, they don't have a size on them. My singing ability, my poetry, my ability to connect with other souls really quickly in real time has nothing to do with my waistline. Nothing.
And you still a light at the end of
Right?
you still
Do you
giving
see?
light. You still giving light. You still walking in rooms and making people feel seen. So I'm an HR professional by trade. And one thing I've learned, and I've been in the field for 20 years. Yes, I started when I was 3. But
Okay.
one thing I learned though is everybody is looking for a sense of belonging. Everybody's looking to be seen, heard, and a sense of belonging. That's kind of one of my ahas in the last 3 years. And like and there is a community for everybody, right? I'm trying to think
Hmm.
my perimenopause brain. I'm trying to think where I'm going with this. I'm having a little bit of a brain freeze. But yeah, it's like everybody wants to feel seen. Oh, that's where I'm going. Like what you originally said, be a light. Be a light. Be a light everywhere you go, especially right now. Especially right now. And we need to move past this obsession of how we look. And let's be clear, some people's
Hmm.
job is how they look.
Yeah.
Models,
Yeah.
actors, blah blah blah.
Yes.
But I'm just talking about
Yes.
every day, just
Yeah.
like, and I'm not saying be sloppy and I'm not saying be
Yeah.
healthy.
Hmm.
I saw a stat yesterday.
Uh-huh.
80% 80% of women are not happy with their bodies. And I'm thinking like how powerful. That's all the
Hmm.
wasted
Mm,
energy right
mm,
now that's being
mm.
wasted on obsessing with our bodies. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, women save the world always. And
Oh,
we could be saving the world. But yeah, we're focused on our hip size. It's just driving me bananas right now. You know?
w- well, and social media is still
Mm, mm,
trying
mm,
to convince us
mm, mm, mm.
that you have to be a certain size to be beautiful and to attract attention, whether male attention or any kind of attention.
Mhm.
And if you feed into that, it might make you look in the mirror and question your beauty. And beauty is a unique thing. However, when you invest on core values, am I acting out of love? Am I being a kind person? Am I being helpful? Um, am I being charitable? Am I being positive? When you look upon those values, then it becomes less what size you are, but what you're given to the earth. And I think that's what I have learned how to deal even with the changes in my size all the time.
Mhm.
I'm still going to serve so much love and so much energy and so much creativity that is my look. My energy is my look. My energy is my size. And my size is the universe right now, honey.
Just
That's
size
how
of
much
the universe,
that's
right?
how much energy I bring. That's how much love I bring to any space that I go into.
Right. And then imagine if we can bottle up that and
Yeah, it's
that,
confidence.
clone that, right?
Yeah.
And I was on the news today and they were asking me a question and I was like, it's a time of the year where people probably have maybe fell off of their resolutions for whatever reason. And then it's like, this is a whole nother conversation we can have too about performative wellness. So it's doing
Uh-huh.
things out of um obligation, right? So you fall off
Mhm,
because you go to the gym one time,
mhm,
fall off because you ate
mhm.
something
Yeah.
bad. It's like,
Mhm,
are you doing those things out of obligation, out of shame,
mhm.
out of guilt? Or are you doing those things because you want to do those things? Like, what's the why behind it? Because science has shown, habits have shown when you do things that are you don't want to do, you don't keep up with it, right?
Yep.
So it's
Right.
like the difference of if you like, so that's why I say it's like, so performative, well, as people fall off, performative wellness, that's what we call it. And it's like, again, because we are trying to shrink, we're trying to shrink our bodies and shrink our, maybe sometimes not our minds, but shrinking the spaces that we were not even supposed to be from day one.
Mm-mm. How
From
do
day
we move people back to looking in the mirror and just saying, I am great, I am wonderful, I am positive, I am just the I am. I think that when we begin to compare ourselves to the superstars or to other people or on social media, we're forgetting to look at ourselves in the mirror and just embrace who we are to build because that's all confidence is. Confidence is I feel good how I am and how I look today, how I sound, how I feel, what I create, the frequency I put out. I love me.
one. Right.
How do we get people back to that? But do you know what that requires though? That requires just having that relationship with yourself though.
Hmm.
Because if you're looking for the outside world to hmm,
Validate you.
right, then that's the problem.
Yeah.
So I
How do we
spent a
get,
lot of go
yeah.
ahead, I'm sorry.
No, no, I was gonna say, answer your question, how do we get people back to those just self-worth? And I think
Mm-hmm.
self-reflection,
Mm-hmm.
all of that. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it starts with
Mm-hmm.
putting your phone down.
You are absolutely right. I hate to say it. Do you know how many images from scrolling? And most people, when they go down a rabbit hole, I'm telling you, before you know it, it's an hour.
Or
And
hours.
Correct. And they said that every time when you're scrolling like on Instagram or TikTok, and there is a woman, I'm just going to speak to the women right now. There's a woman and she has a certain physique that is the one that, is supposed to draw more attention or
Mhm.
whatever they say, is supposed to be the type. That for 20 seconds, your brain is spiraling, functioning. Why I can't be like that?
Yeah.
Why am I not beautiful like that? And that's part of studies. So when we're constantly bombarded with that, that kind of messes up our confidence. So I really believe what you're saying, putting down social media, because it doesn't appear like it's going to change. The
Mm-mm.
algorithm is the algorithm. What sells, what sells.
What
So,
sells
but
sells.
but how can we put ourselves in the position where we can have affirmations for who we are? And that does mean reflecting, uh how can I say this? A meditation, yoga, those things where we are being self-reflective for our own
Mhm.
confidence and building who we are. And it does mean going into places, changing maybe where we go, and only go where there's high frequency, where people, um they welcome us in as who we are. Sometimes we put ourselves in situations and in places where it's not good for our confidence, and we have to be aware of that. I am.
Absolutely.
I am.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think I mean, one of my rules are, if your feed starts making you feel like you need to compare yourself, you need to change your feed. Like, that's when people say things like social media is messy, blah blah blah. And it's like, you have control about everything that comes across. You literally have control about everything. Well, most things. Now the ads are kind of getting out of control, but the things that are on your algorithm, like, you control it. So if you are comparing yourself, or feel like you need to compare yourself, but you don't look like this, or your house doesn't look like this. Because one thing I want to say, people flaunt for the gram. We know this. Like, these influencers with multiple kids and their house is spotless. Come on, they're only filming in that one room. I guarantee you, if you go to the other room, you'll see the real. Because if you have kids, your house is a mess. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, if you have children, your house is
yeah,
a mess.
it is a mess.
Okay? It's a mess, and unless you have like a housekeeper or something like that. But, and I'm not saying your house is dirty. I'm just saying, like, there's a livable experience about having a house full of kids.
Mhm,
That's just what it is, unless you want to spend the
mhm,
time running after and cleaning after them. But I'm just like, we are chasing images, and people are only showing
mhm.
us what they want us to see. Like, you see only the best, right? Because that's how they get paid. It's how they
And that's
get
how they get endorsements. Yes. And
paid.
that's how they put this facade up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said you really have to ground yourself and go back to like being reflective about yourself and learning to love yourself and the package that you came here with.
Mm.
I'm so serious. Like, I'm telling you, this nose here, this is from my mother's side. I have my mother's nose.
Yeah.
I love my mother's side. So guess what? I love this nose.
I like your nose too. Nothing wrong with your nose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but and in my shape, it comes from the flower side.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. So I had to go back and really research how did God put me all together and find the origins, and just fell in love with myself over again, because I know the origins and how special I am to have been put together like that. And then that's that kind of self-love that has to come, because when we start loving ourselves, guess what we do? If we're not if we want to work and set goals for living a healthier lifestyle, and we know it's one day at a time, then we begin doing that. But it's a slow process, it's gradual, it's taking individual time with ourselves, getting to know ourselves, but taking one day at a time.
One day at a time. One day at a time. And I think it starts, we need to start younger
Yes.
with our people, with our young
Mhm.
people,
Mhm.
younger, like helping them understand
Mhm.
like themselves because, 10-year-olds have phones now, you know, and like
Oh.
like the social media, and I'm not just blaming social media. Let me just go and say, before y'all start sending me getting in my DMs, um it's not, I'm not blaming social media, but I think like it does have an impact on how kids see themselves. As another stat, because moving into this new era about teaching people how to rewire themselves,
Mhm.
and there's so I can't remember, let's say 70% of elementary school kids
Mhm.
already have self-esteem, body image issues.
Oh, I've lived
Already.
it.
Normally it starts in, middle school, right? Because they're going through puberty. And so I kind of see, but it's like it started younger. And it's like they already coming up, and I don't know. I have so many, and I have a 9-year-old, and so it always makes me sit back and think, like, what do things I need to be doing with him to make sure he's confident, you know, in his self.
Well, I got to be honest. It's been in education for 30 years. It starts even in pre-K, in kindergarten.
Mm,
You have to think the
mm,
cartoons.
mm.
Look at the cartoons and the character shapes and the characters' physique and how they're. It even starts there, and kids pick up on that, and then they begin to usher in what is good and what is not, as far as what's acceptable or what is not, and what is good. And so then they start learning about, even cartoons have body shapes, facial shapes,
Anime, all that stuff. Yeah.
all of it. I mean, and so that's the thing, the subliminals that TV and social media are sending us. And don't even begin with the music, please. The music is even
That's a whole nother podcast on its own about music.
right.
Yeah.
But so
But
you
you're
have to
right.
start
You're right.
early. Yeah.
It's the it's actually it's culture. We
Yeah.
could just sum it all up. It's culture. I'm not saying culture is bad. I'm just saying that it is of the culture, right? So coming back full circle, the state of body positivity. We started off really good with inclusivity, and now we seem to be going back anti body positivity. So, because I want this segment to be about practical things people can take away too.
Mhm.
So, not that we have to solve the world's problems in the
Mhm.
third time put together, but like, so what do you think we can start doing to maintain, and I don't want to say maintain body positivity, because I feel like body positivity is awareness, but body liberation is the next level. And I learned this last year. Body
Mhm.
liberation is accepting yourself as you are and not being
Mhm.
tied to a beauty standard, amongst the Reader's
Mhm.
Digest version.
Mhm.
How do we move people to body liberation stage where they're not comparing themselves?
Well, individually, as individual human beings, what we can do is just showing up in our most authentic selves, adorned in a very positive way, and just showing love and showing confidence.
Mm,
I really think that is the best way. The energy that that sets forth
mhm,
is so powerful. People forget how powerful. If you are confident in your own skin, whatever that looks like, and even if you're just walking down the street, someone will notice, and you maybe the person, just by you being your authentic, bold self, just loving on themselves, and they can tell that you love themselves, you may give them freedom to say, you know what? I want to feel that way. That's the first step.
So bring authenticity back. That's what I
You
heard.
have to,
Bring
be-
authenticity back. Did
because
you
that
guys
has
hear? Did you
nothing.
guys hear? She said, "Bring authenticity back." Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because that's you loving, that's communicating. I love who I am today, right now, in this package that I'm presenting to you right now in real time. I love me and all of me.
All of me. All of me. And I think it's so interesting. Again, I'll go back to being perimenopausal woman. My body's going through changes, right? And there's something about this stage. I'm in these Facebook groups, and we're all talking about it, about how the weight gain, no matter what you do, because of the hormone shift, you know. So you have all these women hot, have hot flashes, having to buy bigger clothes, and what is doing, bodies are changing, and their self-esteem is shot too, right? So it's like, yeah, it's just interesting, just because we're comparing ourselves to the old me, or what I used to be, or what you know what I'm saying?
So, and that goes back to when Mary J. Blige said that and created that song. She looked at herself in the mirror. It's the affirmations that you do in the morning.
It's an
I
affirmation.
am beautiful. I am smart. I am wonderful. It's embracing who you are holistically. And this is even before you put on your shiny clothes and your your shoes and your earrings. This, the essence of me, is beautiful no matter what. And the bonus is when I get dressed.
It's
It
when
comes
I
back to self love.
self.
It comes back to self love and understanding exactly who you are, and not letting other people determine who you are, your value. You already know before you step out that door. You already
No.
know.
Yeah, that's so good. And there's a science. I'm telling you, I'm going down rabbit hole. There's a science to morning affirmations, because there's a phrase called negativity bias. Our brains
Mhm,
are wired when you wake up to think like, oh, it's the morning, oh, it's cold. It's called negativity bias. So it's very important how you start your day. I'm just learning this in the last 5 years, right? It's very, because we have to rewire our brains, and you have to do it before you leave the door, because once you leave that door and hit the world, you're gonna get hit with any and everything. So there's a science to, if anybody out here is not doing positive affirmations in the morning, or whatever that is for you. That's why people get up and they do yoga. That's why people
mhm,
get up and do devotions or pray and
mhm,
start the day.
mhm.
Whatever that, it's a regulation of your nervous system, which is
It
another
is.
which is another top, which
Oh,
another another topic for us to talk about another time. But it's regulating your nervous system, right? It's getting it calm and start in the morning. So going back to what she said about affirmations, I want to throw back to science, because we're in an era where science is trying to be refuted. But there's a
mhm,
science to training your brain early, before you hit your day,
mhm,
and bringing in all positive vibes, energy, prayer, whatever that is for you. For me, I get up, I do my devotions, and I pray. Start the day off that way, and everybody's is different, but it does. In the days where I maybe miss it or running behind, the day's different. I notice I'm a
mhm,
little bit more maybe crankier or snappier, whatever, when I haven't centered
mhm,
myself
mhm,
in the
mhm,
morning. I haven't centered myself
mhm.
in the morning.
Hmm. And another thing that I do, so I do the affirmations. I know, let's say, it's not going to be a bright and shiny day every day, but I know if I need to amp it up to have my beauty spill out, I'm going to put on some orange. I'm going to put on some yellow. And I'm going to put on some velvet. I am going to put on my rings. I'm going to put on that perfume and those lotions and things because I love myself. So I love myself in the plain way. I do my affirmation, and then I adorn myself with everything that makes me feel good, smell good, and I listen to the greatest music and sounds. I I am just so happy with me before I even leave the door, honey.
And you
That
have to be.
Yeah, and I'm not watching TV. I'm not on social media. I'm just dating and loving myself and reminding myself each day of what I bring to the table, what I bring to the workplace, to the earth, at the stoplight. Hey, how you doing? Gas station. Hey, good morning. Have a good morning. All that beauty before I even look. That's just it.
Yeah. And it's that simple. That simple, that easy. So yeah, I challenge you, whoever's listening, you catching the replay or listening live, if you I would recommend you finding some way to center yourself in the morning, because especially if you have jobs that are hectic or jobs that are toxic. I know a few people dealing with toxicity. I'm not gonna can't even pronounce the word
Toxicity.
right. Toxicity.
Toxicity.
Right now, I have at least 5 people in my circle that are dealing with it,
Mhm.
and you have to center yourself. And it's like the mental gymnastics that one has to do in those situations is very draining. And
Mhm.
so I beseech anybody out there, if you have your own rhythm, whatever that is, center yourself in the morning. Those morning affirmations matter.
Really do. And just taking the time to just remember who you are and love who you are and know that anybody that you interface, you're going to bring all that goodness because you are a unique and beautiful vessel. And there's nobody like you
There's
on
nobody
this earth.
on this earth,
Nobody.
nobody like you on this earth. And I wish more people knew that, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
We're a little seasoned.
Yeah.
So, we've been through a few things, so we get it, right? And so,
Mhm.
for so many people, it's like, how do you tell them that? Like, where do we get this message? Again, like body positivity. Like, you don't have to shrink yourself to be
Mm-mm.
seen, valued. You are inherently, like,
Mm.
confidence is a birthright.
It
Confidence
is.
with no conditions. Confidence is a birthright, and it is a muscle that you can build, right? Some people say confidence is a personality. It's not. It's a muscle that you build, and you don't have to shrink yourself to be confident. You're confident now, and your body will heal and adapt to
And
the process with you.
your body will heal.
Your body will heal. So
I
my bestie, one of my besties is she's a plant lady. She's Kansas City's favorite plant lady. And like every time I'm around like the plants, I have the analogy of how we
Mhm.
love people who love plants love. I'm not a plant lover. I don't have a green thumb. But people who
Baby.
love plants, they love plants. They sing to them. They make sure those
Mm,
plants have water. I feel like there's some kind of pills people now are putting in their plants and the
mm.
fertilizer to make things grow. And I'm like, why don't we treat our bodies like this?
That's it. But no, that's that's it. That's it. That's taking care of your skin. all the skin on your body, having it shiny and supple and taking time. I'm telling you, when you get back to loving yourself and pouring into yourself and those affirmations and the music and the sound and setting yourself up to win and to be thankful for all that you have, I'm telling you, that's a different person that walks out that door.
It is. It is. I hope y'all taking notes because lots of gems have been dropped tonight. So we started off talking about body positivity,
Hmm.
talked about the current state, we talked about you don't have to shrink, talked about um going high when they go low, we talked about light and self-love. But I mean, and then we talked about affirmations and you talk, I mean, it was like so many things. Again, I feel like this is something I'm gonna go back and watch this chat because life is life in. So, like you said, be a light. Bring as much good energy and positivity your way as you can. You know. So,
Yeah, and
we talked about
it's
everything. Yeah.
and it just starts with good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, handsome. Good
Just
morning, smart person. Good
smart
morning,
person.
creative person. And just remembering that every single day.
Um. And so, what is as kind of start wrapping things up? What's a tip for somebody who starts the day off great? You do all this, but
Hmm.
something happens at like work or whatever. Like what? How do they reground themselves? What's your tips on regrounding yourself?
Okay, because this does happen. Um, okay, there's several things you can do.
Okay.
You know, see if you can take a break and find a space. Have what's the screensaver on your phone? Like you can have your affirmations on your phone.
Duh.
I mean, right there, just to remind you, okay? And another thing is find a quiet space. If you have some headphones, it takes less than 5 minutes. Pull up that song that
Mm,
that calms you. That's at that frequency. Say those affirmations. No, I am peace. I am love. I am serenity. Even when things that come into my space try to disrupt that, remember, I am peace. I am the light. I am serenity. I am love.
yes.
And repeat that. And then get that water because, honey, staying hydrated is a lot to that. I mean, seriously, take care of your system. Take care of your system. Seriously, seriously.
Mm,
And just regrouping because when someone brings us a different energy other than what we have in our bodies, we have to go back and confirm the energy that we are made of. We have to affirm that. No,
mm,
remember, I am peace. I'm the light here.
mhm.
I'm the light. Because
Yeah.
sometimes we forget I'm the light. I'm the peace here. I'm the love here. I'm the
No,
stability.
no, for real. Like it's like just reset that nervous system again.
Yeah. And then breathing. I'm telling you, listen, the
Ooh.
deep 4 and then letting out 6 helps that vagus nerve. It helps the vagus nerve. It resets, but don't give away your power. You were sent there to be powerful and to change your environment. Go back to that space.
Go back.
Reclaim your power and stand
Reclaim
up.
your power.
Reclaim it.
Reclaim.
Reclaim your beauty because it's there.
Reclaim your beauty. Oh my gosh, so many gems have been dropped tonight. And really shout out to April Flowers, the hostess with the mostest. Like we just talked about this today. This conversation, guys, I want you to know this conversation is not scripted. It's
It's not.
two, it's two people who are just, connecting. Thank you,
Yep,
April, for
no
coming
problem.
like thank you for coming on and sharing the love, right? And like again, we need so much positivity right now.
We do.
So much. We're not going to even talk about the whatever's going on. We need so much positivity right now. But I thank you for bringing the light tonight. You have shown the light and you dropped so many things. So, anything what lasting words to you as we wrap up?
I would say to one of the things that I also use with meditation is just even before you go to bed, write down those goals that you want to achieve in the morning. Oh, the grateful journal in the morning. 10 things that you're grateful for. And
Oh,
then at night, you go back and look at those things that you said you were grateful for, and then uh, confirm those, and even some surprises. Like, I'm grateful for this moment that I'm having right here to just share about how to build yourself and maintain your beauty and your light and self acceptance, self awareness, and self love just all throughout the day, even with all the disruptions. But remember, where there's darkness, it's only dark because you are the light.
because you are the light. Mm. I feel like I want to do this. Like snap that, clock it. Yes, yes. Thank you, April Flowers, so much. You are always a gem. You are always, always the best. Thank you, Destiny, again for giving us this opportunity. We'll be back in about a month, and we'll have a different topic. We'll be sharing the light again. So shout out to Prosperity Podcast, the wonderful Destiny Smith. Thank you, April Flowers. You were a light tonight. And so if you're watching this replay, let us know in the comments. Send us, some best practices too. And just guys, be safe out there. Be
Mhm.
safe. Keep your head on swivel. But be a light. Be a
Be the
light.
light.
Head on a swivel. But be a light. And work on your nervous system, centering your nervous
Hmm.
system. And you don't have to shrink and be small to start.
No.
Just start them now. It
Yeah.
will be fine as part of the journey.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, good night, everybody. Thanks again, April, and we will see you
Oh.
guys back here in a month.